Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 35 of my City Skylines series, Ardes. So, this episode of today I recorded several times, and this is actually a very good reason for me, because I just wanted to say thank you, and at first I want to say thank you for 200 subs, and now we're already 216, so yes, thank you for 216 subs, and hello for everyone new there, and thank you for subscribing to me, and yes. So today we're finishing off quite a big area. It is right next to Sunken Highway. It is an apartment block, and this apartment block has some kind of warehouse right next to it, and it also has something kind of a park right next to it. And for this one I thought it would be quite realistic to have something like park next to a big apartment block, because normally when you see that they're building an apartment block, you can think of, okay, well, so they will definitely build there a park. And so this is kind of a small park, and it is also, I think, looking very good in the end, so I'm very happy with it. So the color of this episode of today is kind of different from the last episode and from the next episode. The reason for this is I had to switch it because I had quite some problems. My City Skyline didn't start at all after the update, and I had to get rid of some mods and stuff like this, so this was quite hard for me, but it worked out in the end. I'm also right now working on an asset collection and mod collection so that you can also download the save and play it, because I think this is something quite cool, and for this one I would also make a special video where I will then tell my new settings for my LUT and the look of my game. So here I was searching for a good warehouse, because I knew I wanted to have a warehouse there, but I wasn't sure which one I should take. So this was not much of a struggle. I'm pretty much appreciating stuff like this, because it is just like conforming the look of the city, and this is something quite important, I think, because this is one of the areas that you will look at first. When you come to the city, you will use one of the highways, and when you use this highway, I want you to see just like very cool buildings and stuff like this. So this would have definitely would have kind of the experience for the people that are joining in on the city. This would be the first thing that they would see of our city. So yes, here I'm just aligning the road, and the road alignment got so much better with the new Move It tool, because it got an update and it's so extremely smooth. So this is amazing. I will use it, I think, in the next episode where we'll build the beach. But yes, it is just amazing in my opinion how good it turns out and how good it works. So there I'm placing the warehouse, and this prop isn't too fancy or anything. It is pretty clear, and this is also the reason that I used it, because I didn't want to go overkill with a warehouse. So I thought, okay, we'll use a kind of low poly one with just some warehouse crates and stuff like this, and it turned out pretty good. So we're working here with quite some big height differences. So this was something quite different for me, because I'm not so much used to do this, but I think it turned out pretty well. And it is also one of the things I want to do more, and yes, I will definitely work more with heights in the future. Also, I'm already have more stuff for 3-4 more episodes, and I thought it would be quite a good idea to have this series going to about 50 episodes, maybe less. It should be around this marker, and then we can start off with a new one, because I kind of want to finish off this city, and there would be an aviation club, there will be an cargo rail yard, I would say, and there will also be a small fishing harbor and a national park and stuff like this. So I still got some very great ideas for that series, and the series won't just disappear as I thought it would in the beginning. I'm also right now finishing off a kind of special treat for you guys, because We've reached 200 subs, and I'm right now working on cinematics and a cinematic video only. This took quite some time to work on. I already worked about 4 hours on it, but I'm not even nearly finished. But this should get out, I think, about in 2 weeks. No, 1 week actually, when I get some more time to finish it off. So the density of this area is pretty low at this point, because there you have this extremely dense area around the observation tower, and suddenly we have so many free spaces between the buildings. And the reason for that is that I kind of thought it would be kind of cool to have it kind of more that we would have it kind of more split into all of these areas, because I think this would be kind of quite realistic. Yes, it would be kind of more realistic to have it like this. So yes, actually maybe I should talk about what mods I had to get rid of, and this was just a vehicle to props mod. And the reason for this is I don't actually know it just crashes my game, and this doesn't even make sense to me, but I actually disabled all other mods and just used this one, and I couldn't start the game, so it definitely has to do something with this mod. Maybe it's also that I have too many trees, or maybe that it is also that I have too many cars, but I don't think this would be the reason for it, because it is working for other people, and it's also working for other people Discord that I wrote with, and especially Ardes. Thank you also for your support. And it was just kind of that I was 2 evenings just trying to get everything working, and there he helped me quite a lot with what mods he knew were incompatible and that were broken. So yes, thank you for that. And yes, here you could just like kind of see me placing down these parking lots, and I first wanted to connect them on the main street, but then I've decided to get it on the side street here. And the reason for this is that this kind of would be not so good when you have every single parking lot going to the main street, because it would have a lot of different junctions and a lot of areas where you'd have to stop when you want to drive through it. So I thought it would be kind of better if you would just say, okay, we would place it on side street there and get it in here there, because this is just making it a bit more realistic, I think. So I actually think this is what I want to say for this part. I will talk a bit more later in this video, but for now I will leave you alone with the cinematics. with the detailing of this area, I kind of wanted to go easy because it would be kind of weird to just have so many trees there, so I've used just some very plant trees and not too many. And for this one I thought the cypresses would look very cool, and the junipers, I'm sorry, and they definitely looked very good, and they're also looking very good, so I definitely want to keep them there. Also, these bushes are helping me out quite a lot because you can hide a lot of things with them, and they're also very good when you have an area with some small clippment happening and you just like basically place them over them. It works very good for me and also for other people, so this is something that I definitely like to use them for. And yes, this whole area is pretty new, so I thought there wouldn't be so many like grass things and dirt stuff there, so there is definitely some of them there. When we're thinking this whole series is based kind of on the dry summer area, I would say, because we already have something like this dry grass areas on the university and stuff like this, so this is definitely something that I had to kind of get the look of and kind of also get the detailing in that I wanted. So yes, there I'm using these trees as bushes because they're working out very good for me, and they're just like very generic looking bushes in the end, and this is actually what I wanted to use them for. So this was also something that I just wanted to try. So basically this whole thing was just a big trying out of stuff that I wanted to use and how I could use them. Here I was adding in some pathways, and this was pretty necessary, I would say, because then the people can go around the building and not have to keep their ways on one side, because the people in this garden sadly can't go over just like every single grass area. Well, they can with invisible pathways, so this is actually the point that I got wrong, but yes, we'll take a look at this later on when we are doing the national park, because I want to work there with some kind of invisible pathways. And yes, so I will be back in some minutes when we're building the last warehouse. Until then, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, I would appreciate if you would consider liking this video, and if you haven't subscribed to me already, I would appreciate if you would consider subscribing to me, because it's a good way for you to stay up to date, and it supports me just with the support that I need in the form of subs. So yes, thank you for watching the video until this point, and see you later. for the detailing of our small warehouse, I decided to go with just some very basic stuff. And what I mean with very basic stuff is that I've wanted to use just some containers that are stacked there, some cars, and some stains. I want to keep them very simple because there is a lot of areas like this in Austria where you just have kind of some containers standing around with some cars and trucks next to it, and this is all. So we don't have that many crates standing around, but we have quite some of them. So here I'm starting off with the containers that are based there on the side. And my thoughts on this were, well, when you would have there some containers, it would be very well used space when you would have them there. Don't know what is happening with me right now, I'm sorry. And this would be that the people just like basic will put them there because they're there on the edge and they don't take away too much space of their area that they would need for the trucks to be able to turn around. So this was something that I thought would turn out quite well and realistic. So we basically have there 4 different colors of the containers, and I wanted to keep it kind of simple, not so fancy as all the harbor areas that we've done actually about 10 episodes ago, I would say. So this was definitely something that I didn't want to do once again because you already saw it once, and I will definitely do it in another series because it turns out very well, but for this small area this was definitely enough detailed. It will also get a fence soon, and there I went with the Japanese one because it looks pretty generic and industrial, so I thought this would fit in there quite well. I've also changed the network there to grass so that we have some kind of more grassy areas there, and this sometimes occurred to this weird area that we have there that we can't fix in this edge completely. So for this one I've then used just like the wall network and put it in and just put a bush into this small thing there. So we've used the small area to detail a little bit more, and this is something that I definitely need to do more often. Maybe you've seen in cinematics that I've kind of had this very bluish stripe on the edge of the map, and this one will be gone in the next episode because I've used a mod to get rid of it so that we can see more of the cube map. And yes, actually the cube map is also new in this episode. I love it. It's so cool because it's just like giving us a very realistic sky, not only this blue box there. So this was something that I was looking for, and finally I was able to do it. So for now I will leave you finally for this video, and I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, I would appreciate if you would subscribe to me now. It helps me quite a lot and it keeps you up to date with my videos, and it's free. So yes, thank you for watching. Hopefully see another video of mine, and have a great day. Bye.